So that makes, you know, it can make an interesting impact.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious about it because this is a card I brewed a ton of decks with. You guys have no idea how hard I tried to make this card work in combo decks, and I never really got there. But in this deck, it's pretty interesting. You just drop it turn 3, and on turn 4, you can just cast a Titan with no other acceleration.
Right.
I'd be interested in talking to him about that. But anyway, so we're about to start the round here. For those just joining us, I'm Gavin Verhey, joined by Joey Pasco of YoMCG Taps fame. And we're coming to you live from the Star City Games Open Series in San Jose. We're going into round 7 of 9. And we've got a great feature match for you this round. You've got Alex Bertoncini. You can see him on the screen right now. He'll be on your left. Alex Bertoncini is playing RUG, the rug deck, whatever you want to call it. It is the deck he's played for so long. He knows how to play it. He knows what he's doing.
Finishes, yeah.
That's some impressive finishes. It took him to the Player of the Year title. It's been so good for him. It's tried and true. He's got a Garrick Wildspeaker in there to kind of mess things around. But more than anything else, it's mainly that stuff we've seen. On the other hand, on your right on the screen now, we've got Guillermo Mercado, who is playing Hollywood's Genesis Wave deck. Looks very similar to the last deck we saw. In fact, when I was handed the deck list, I thought it was the same person because the handwriting was so similar. The only weird thing we have is we've got one Semblance Anvil in the main deck, which is kind of interesting. We'll see how it plays out. I hope he gets to play it because it'd be kind of sweet. It should be a great match for you. And looks like they're rolling. We'll be off to the races pretty soon.
I'll choose to draw first.
So yeah, this should be an interesting matchup. Last round, we saw Adam Prozac just dismantle a blue-green Genesis Wave deck.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't really all that close. I mean, his Genesis Wave player might have had bad draws, but...
What's up?
Nothing. Might have had bad draws, but, you know, it turned out okay. And here we go. Alex has his trademark smile. And now off to the races.
Okay.
Should be pretty interesting to see how this match turns out. Alright, so Guillermo, leads off with the Halimar deck.
I don't know what you're playing.
And Alex leads off with the Copperline Gorge. And
Mind
we'll
trick.
see how that goes.
Jedi mind trick.
Alright. Players are building up the first couple turns, and we'll see what happens after this. I think he chose to explore there. Yep, explored, played another land.
Looks like some black bordered beta or alpha lands.
Yeah, those are nice.
We're looking for 4 more players to fill up a competitive draft. 4 seats open in a competitive draft. If you're interested, please come to side events. And if you love to draft, but you're still in one of our other events, we do have our 2 draft opens tomorrow. Registration begins at 8 o'clock. The first one starts at 9 o'clock. The second one has been moved back to 2 p.m. Those are 64-person drafts. We split you up into 8 pods of 8. Top 8, minimum $50 prize, and 1 Star City Games open point. Draft opens tomorrow, 4 seats open, and a competitive draft today.
All right, so now that announcement is over, we've the game's developed a little bit here, and it's just a matter of the players figuring out what to do. They're both trying to ramp their mana.
We gotta make a play here, bro. Train seas or Copperline Gorge?
And he goes for the spreading seas on the Copperline Gorge, which
Shuts off the green, right?
Or do I put it over
shuts
here?
off his green, which is, it doesn't have Lotus Cobra or anything either, so that could definitely be a problem for Alex.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
And let's see, what do we see? We see Primeval Titan on Guillermo's hand, and looks like a Frost Titan too.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
determine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And Alex Bertoncini draws
Raging
Lotus
Ravine.
Cobra, which he can't cast.
But he does have the Raging Ravine, so he
He does
can
have the
pass it next
Ravine, and so as long as it doesn't get spreading seas, he'll be okay. But and yep, overground battlement. Here comes the acceleration. We hadn't seen too much yet, but Guillermo's going to need it if he wants to be able to take the match down. Oh, and
Takes out,
Tectonic
yeah.
Edge on that Raging Ravine is huge. Oh, but
I
he
think he
naturally draws a forest.
Oh, right. All right, so now
Here
he's got
comes
the
Lotus Cobra.
yeah.
And that might just be the mana fixing that Bertoncini needs. Or,
Cards? 5.
nice foil promo lightning bolt in his hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so Guillermo's at the critical 5 mana. And that means next turn he can start laying Titans and such if he so chooses. Bertoncini goes for the Explore. And he draws what looks like a captured Sunlight, but I'm sure it isn't,
Yeah.
for obvious reasons.
I would expect not.
So, Oracle Moldaya is probably what that was. So here comes Oracle. That's going to be pretty good. See a Frost Titan on top, which he can also cast next turn. So it looks like that's going to be a clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, who would have thought?
And if Guillermo goes for Primeval Titan next turn, we can see a Frost Titan come down for Bertoncini and lock down that Titan.
That would be interesting, except that Guillermo can obviously see the Frost Titan that he would be running that right into.
Right.
So
Of course, if he also has a Genesis Wave, then he can just, I think that should bring him to waving for 9, yeah, because he gets 2 lands off the Primeval Titan.
right.
So, cast away for 6.
He has his own Frost Titan as well. So
Yes, he also has his own Frost Titan, so he can lock it down. He checks how many cards are in his hand, and see where it goes from here. Yeah, he's choosing right now, Frost Titan or a Primeval Titan. Frost Titan or Primeval Titan. Which one do I choose? All right, he lays his land. He makes his decision, and it's going to be. Oh, he's still thinking Primeval Titan. All right, here we go. He goes back to his hand. Think about what lands he wants. He has
he
another
has
Primeval
another
Titan.
Primeval Titan in his
Wow.
hand.
So yeah, he can just go over the top of a single Frost Titan. Frost Titan comes down. He can just be like, all right, fine, you have your Frost Titan. Here's my Primeval Titan.
Right.
And then even if he has another Frost Titan, he'd be like, all right, well, fine, here's my,
Frost
Titan.
Oh my God! It's just
So many Titans. And then, of course, he has the Genesis Wave to break it open at any point. But Bertoncini is still certainly has plenty of gas left in this game. I mean, he's got Oracle Moldaya and Lotus Cobra, which is quite the combination. And he could even start dumping multiple Titans onto the battlefield.
yeah. Interesting situation.
And interestingly enough, too, he has that Scalding Tarn, which kind of lets him control his draws. He can reshuffle. And
Right, yeah.
I think he probably wants that Frost Titan.
Yeah.
But, beyond that, he can kind of manipulate his draws.
Yeah, at least at some point when he sees something on top that he doesn't exactly want.
Yeah.
Man. Yep. So Halimar Depths with the Regal Titan, and he gets the Misty Rainforest too. That's what that is, right? Yeah,
I
pretty
think so,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, which is great. When I was playtesting Conley's Blue Green Genesis Wave deck last week, what I found is that you know, when you go at Hallmar depths, sometimes you'll see 3 bad cards on top, and it's like, well, okay, I want to get this Misty Rainforest so I can crack it and, you know, shuffle my deck if I need to.
Yeah, that's
so.
It's a nice combination of cards, you know, combination of lands to get with Primeval Titan.
Yeah, it's something a lot of players I don't think would use, but Guillermo's obviously played the deck, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So passes the turn. We've got Bertoncini grabbing the Frost Titan and revealing a
Raging Ravine. All right, so the Ravine's going to come down. He's going to get a mana, which flips up a Jace. Probably going to want to keep that one too.
That looks like an extended art Jace. You see the borders have been extended.
Pretty.
I have one of those as well.
The mana.
Girl was doing them. Girl named Hannah doing them at the Star City Open in Baltimore a couple months ago, and I think she's been to some other events doing them as well. Obviously, Alex is a frequent Star City Games Open contender, so if she's been at any of the events, he's probably. I wouldn't doubt that he got that Jace altered by her.
Yeah, and then. I mean, those alterations are so cool. I mean, you just have to be careful that they're still tournament legal afterward,
right.
But as long as they are, I mean, they're just gorgeous. I've got this excellent Dark Ritual that was altered and a couple other cards, and yeah, they're wonderful. Great for a cube or commander or, you know, even tournament play.
Right.
So yeah, Frost Titan comes down and taps that Primeval Titan. But he's going to go over the top, and he's going to try and cast another one here.
Which
looks like another Primeval Titan. Here they go. Oh, so he cracks the Misty Rainforest. Wonder, interesting.
12.
What does he have? 8 mana there? 7, 8?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 6. I mean, I guess he could try and tech edge the Scalding Tarn, and then he could guarantee to resolve whatever he wants afterward.
Right. Yeah. He can play around the mana leak, or he can make the mana leak uncastable.
Right.
Yes, because there's no.
Because if he wants to keep the Jace,
Right.
Of course, that was before his draw steps, like we talked about. He was able to control his draws.
Yeah.
Which means that he didn't really get anything out of that Hallmar depths, but still worked out okay. So he drew Lotus Cobra. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. He has access to 8 mana, so he can play the Cobra and still play Primeval Titan, even if he doesn't have another lane. Or maybe he's gonna just go for Frosty and.
Yeah. Just tap. Well, he'd have to pay the full 8 to tap down the opposing Frost Titan.
So he starts with Overgrown Battlement, or sorry, with Lotus Cobra rather, and he's thinking once again. He's like, "What do I do? What do I do?" But he keeps putting that Frost Titan at the front of his hand, and that might just be it.
He looks to have a Verdant Catacombs.
Yep, Verdant Catacombs.
So that's another chunk of mana.
Oh, he plays the Catacombs.
Looks like he's going to crack it, and
so
he's going to add mana with Cobra.
Yeah. So that's 3 mana on his own.
Yeah, basically.
Blue floating, yep. Response to that.
There's apparently some kind of dispute.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe did he already play a land this turn? Is probably what Bertoncini is asking.
I don't think he did because
he didn't, because he cracked the Misty Rainforest in his upkeep.
Right.
And then I don't think he did anything before that.
I don't think so either.
And he thought through before casting his Lotus Cobra. Or maybe he's trying to figure out if he should bolt the Cobra first.
Oh, I see.
See how important that 1 mana is.
Yeah.
And let's see how big of a difference does that mana make. It's going to have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 afterward.
Yeah, which is still
enough
to play a Titan.
But it's not Genesis Wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to have access to 7 afterward.
Exactly,
but 8 would be enough to wave for 5, which could be an issue. Yeah, okay.
So he bolts the Cobra.
Yep, Cobra goes down, foily bolt.
1911.
So he's got 1 floating, I guess, from the Catacombs hitting play.
1911, yep.
Wow, yeah, so that's...
I said 19, yeah.
So he's got 7, right?
Yes,
he's got 1
right
floating.
now.
He's got 1 floating and 5 lands and a battle.
Psychic! That's not tapped yet. So for the red mana, okay. So I have a blue floating. Correct, you have a blue floating, yes.
Okay. So it's going to tap a bunch, and I think here probably comes Frost Titan. Oh, no, you're not. Put some Removal Titan back
Yeah,
in front.
because the thing with Frost
He
Titan,
untapped his
he's
lands.
trying to figure out what to play too. The thing with Frost Titan is he can't target the other Titan
Right.
because he doesn't have the mana to pay.
Right, and I think that's partially why Bertoncini wanted to keep him off the mana, which is a great play by Bertoncini. That is
One mana
very,
Bertoncini.
very good. Bertoncini. that's a wonderful, wonderful play.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a heads up,
Format.
kind of putting his opponent on the Frost Titan. So he goes with, I'll take a Primeval Titan.
And he's like, yep, you have to, I want to be able to lock down your Frost Titan. You can't keep both of them tapped unless you have another one, so I'm fine with that.
Right. And also next turn he will have, well, he's got 7 lands
He'll have
and a
plenty.
battlement, so he'll have 9 lands and a battlement. So he'll have plenty to cast his own Frost Titan and tap down Bertoncini's, if that's something he wants to do.
Or potentially Genesis Way.
That's true, yeah. Did he have a Genesis Wade in hand?
I don't believe so,
Okay. I
but
didn't
it's still
see it
good.
yet.
He's probably going to get Hallmark Depths here, so he could very easily
Get that
have one
wave.
Two cards in hand, yeah.
Bertoncini.
Chini.
Bertoncini.
Yeah.
Man, I apologize. We're having some sort of internal conflict in my mind here. Like, I keep wanting to, like, correct myself when I have it correct. I'm like, no, that's the wrong way to say it. You should say it this way. Because there was some talk about this earlier. Anyway, so Bertoncini
Right.
flips up Mana Leak on top of his deck. Mana Leak
We'll just put it right here.
that isn't likely to matter.
Right here, like right here in front of you.
Oh, so it's like Burrington Forge Tender.
Yeah, just call him that. It's Alex Burrington Forge Tender.
Alex Bertoncini. We can do this.
If you want to do it like that, that works too.
No, seriously. Now that I know, it's just Burrington Forge Tender. It should be easy.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay, so
he did get a depths, didn't he?
I think he's choosing what it lands. No, he got him. Yeah, he got a depths and a colony garden. Or no, he just got 2 colony gardens. He did not opt to go get a depths.
Where are the plant tokens?
They're this dice.
Good.
On, like, the
Blue
tip of the
dye,
star.
just
Yeah, the blue dye, exactly.
right,
exactly.
blending right in with the
Right.
tablecloth.
And Bertoncini is trying to figure out what he's going to do now, because Guillermo kind of went over the top of him there.
Send the team.
I mean, it's really interesting to watch these decks play, because it's just like one deck just goes over the top of another constantly.
Yeah, it's like leapfrogging each other.
Exactly. I mean, Guillermo's on the back foot right now. I mean, he's at 11 life, has a bunch of attackers, which is why he needed the colony garden. He didn't want to just be dead to, like lightning bolts or something like that.
You're at 9.
Now Bertoncini is he goes for lightning bolt on Primeval Titan,
Huh.
and then
a burst
burst
kick,
lightning,
burst lightning.
quick burst lightning to finish
okay.
it off. I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Right on. Yeah.
And it looks like it was just a little short to finish him off. I mean, I'm sure it's tempting there for a lot of players to just shoot this, the 8 to the dome, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, no, I got to get rid of that Primeval Titan. If I do that, I can win next turn anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
But what he doesn't know is there's a Frost Titan waiting to come down.
yeah. Keep his Frost Titan tapped.
He's got that Raging Ravine too
There's some kind of judge you can call.
on Bertoncini's side.
Right. He does have that. So. Wow. Haymakers, back and forth.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Magic has definitely changed a lot in the past couple of years, and one of the big changes is just all the haymakers back and forth. We saw it, for example, in Andre Coimbra's match at Worlds with Bloodbraid, with the Naya deck against John. It's just back and forth. We saw it this year at Worlds. Even in some of the blue-black matches, and like Paulo's semifinal match, we've seen Grave Titan,
Right.
like Jace, just back and forth, and even here at the Star City Games Open. in San Jose, we're seeing
Battle Cruiser magic.
Battle Cruiser magic, that's for sure.
So he tapped, added 8 to his pool, played the Frost Titan, and then
Paid.
targeted the other Frost Titan, Bertoncini's Frost Titan, and paid the 2.
And he's got the Tech Edge for the Raging Ravine, so the Ravine goes down.
Passes the turn.
And now he's got to hope that Bertoncini can't take down that Frost Titan.
I don't want to draw here.
Yep, keep that Frost Titan tapped.
Well, no, that's lethal, right?
Yeah, no, but that Frost Titan should be tapped because he tapped it with.
Oh, with the Frost. I was gonna say that's lethal right now.
Right. He's gonna notice, of course, as soon as
he goes to
tries to attack.
He's gonna be like, that doesn't work. Sorry, buddy.
So he,
there we go. And Frost Titan
I thought I
taps, but not in the good way.
Right.
There we go.
And Jace, still pretty good.
He's gonna brainstorm.
There's another Frost Titan on top and a Lightning Bolt
on top.
Frost Titan Scalding Tarn.
He had it's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had saved the Lightning Bolt, if he had dispersed Lightning and Lightning Bolt in the face, then Guillermo would be dead. But despite that, I still feel like he took the right line of play here. He really needed to kill that Primeval Titan. He recognized that, and he's going to be able to go over the top of another Titan, it looks like.
Yeah, it's he's got chump blockers there if he has to block a Frost Titan.
Alright, flips the Frost Titan on top.
Your turn.
Alright. And alright, let's see what Guillermo can do to get out of this.
Alright.
Let's speed it up here. I'll have to call Judge on slow play. You got one card? One card.
Yeah, Bertoncini has enough to gang block the Frost Titan or Primeval Titan
Frost Titan tap.
and take one of them out. If that's, if he so chooses. He is at 19 life. He's got a nice padding, a nice life total right now.
They're both attacking Jace. I'm going to pay 2.
Frost Titan ability. Okay. Frost Titan is going to stay tapped. This guy's going to be 2. Yeah. 4 block.
Alright. Well, let's see what Guillermo can pull out of this.
Yeah. He's got, Alex has the choice of, as I was just saying, to kind of gang block one of the Titans. It looks like he chose. What happened here? Actually, is he still attacking? Oh yeah, he is. He's getting lands from the Primeval Titan, and he chose to keep the Frost Titan tapped with his own Frost Titan. So Alex has the choice to gang block one of the Titans and take it out, or chump block. But I don't really see the. I don't see the value in chump blocking at the moment because he does have a pretty healthy life total, as I was saying. So,
I mean, he gets more colony guards to create more chump blockers. Oh, they were attacking Jace.
Wow.
So Jace
he
just goes
says,
down.
"Fine, take out the Jace."
Yeah. That's fair. I might have still considered taking the opportunity to just block the Frost Titan, my Frost Titan would untap. But I guess another one's coming down this turn, so you can just lock down the Frost Titan anyway.
Yeah.
Still leaves Primeval Titan to deal with, but
he's going to need to, he's got what 2, 4, 6, and a fetch land, so he's gonna need to pay to hit that Frost Titan too.
Yeah. If if Guillermo draws Genesis Wave here, it is quite the beating for Alex.
That will be a different, a whole different situation.
That's 3, then that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can Genesis Wave for 12. That could be a nightmare. Low Scrubber comes up. And I mean, here comes Frosty.
Frosty. Comes into play. Play 2 mana extra. Keep your Frost Titan attack.
Locks down Frost Titan. Still loose Primeval Titan up. Now Bertoncini is trying to figure out what to do. All right, you gotta do some deep thinking here.
Yeah.
This game has been intense. It's taken a while, and the players have played very well.
Yeah. It's the round's halfway over, and they're still deep in game 1.
Yeah. Wow.
And
of course, any number of top decks could just end it. We've seen haymakers back and forth, but a Genesis wave would really.
Now Bertoncini doesn't play Inferno Titan, does he?
He does not.
Okay. I know that's something that Michael Jacob has advocated, but
right. The Inferno Titan.
That could be a nice top deck right now with the life total being what it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not really gonna happen.
So he's attacking. Lotus Cobras are getting blocked. Maybe he's just trying to reduce the potential damage of a Genesis wave here.
Okay.
All right, so trades off one of the tree speakers, blocks the other one with a battlement, and he passes back. Let's see what's on the top of Guillermo's deck.
Alex is quick to point out your Frost Titan does not untap.
Was that Acidic Slime? I'm pretty sure it was.
What was it?
Acidic Slime?
Okay.
I'm fairly certain. Either that or Genesis Wave.
Which could be
They look
not as
kind of
ridiculous.
similar.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Acidic Slime.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
So Primeval Titan swings in for 6, and Alex looks to take the damage. Yep, he's at 12.
Yep, just takes it. Cuts his life total down. And Guillermo has plenty of lands on the battlefield.
Shields
What
up.
does he have
Find
on
a use for them.
He's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 untapped lands plus a battlement.
And a tree speaker.
No, he chump blocked with the tree.
No, he
oh no, I'm
still
sorry, I
has it.
totally didn't even see
Yeah,
it.
they're
It's
too.
hidden under the graphic
Yeah.
again, because I was looking on this screen here.
Yeah. All right.
He did lose one tree speaker though. That's what I saw one in his graveyard too. So
And here comes down Acidic Slime. Going to take out a second forest.
does he only have one green source right now, Bertoncini? Looks like I see.
Yeah, he only has a forest. I mean, obviously he's got Lotus Cobra also.
Right.
But and Guillermo knows he's drawing a Lotus Cobra next turn too. His opponent is. So that means that there's not a ton of threats going on there. And he begins leveling up Draga Tree Speaker all the way. All right, let's see what we got now. All right, Scalding Tarn on the top.
Take a blue.
Misty Rainforest, who gets 2 free lands, but will it be enough? There's another land on top. Wow.
Well, that's what. It's one of the good things about Oracle, being able to dig you through land clumps.
All right, and so now he's got 2 Frost Titans. He's going to come in. Jeez,
he's
it's crazy.
Like, got all these cards. Like, what am I gonna do here with?
I mean, you attack. Now you have to tap down the Frost Titan for sure. Then do you tap the Acidic Slime or the Primeval Titan?
That's a good question.
I don't know if you can
So that one.
forge. Yeah,
For.
I think you have to tap the Acidic.
I think so too. Yeah.
Because you
you've
can't
gotta-
afford to lose your Titan.
Right, you got a chump blocker for the. He left back a Cobra.
Well, but the Primeval Titan tramples.
Oh wow! You know what? I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. You are not the first person.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. You know what? He gets lands. He
But-
6/6. Oh, that's right. And he tramples.
But even then,
But he's at 12. Yeah.
But even then, Bertoncini can still take, a hit from that Primeval Titan without much worry. The blue-green Genesis Wave deck can't really, reach back past field damage. Its source of reach is just casting Genesis Waves for, 10 or 15.
Now those that die became some Rashad tokens.
How fortunate! Those blue dice, not so good.
Yeah. But it's funny
All
because
right.
I completely didn't. I forgot about the tokens again because it's using
Yeah,
it
they're
as
just
a
sitting
die,
there.
like you can't even see it.
And so he draws a Jace here, which he could use to bounce one of the Frost Titans and send it back. or he could use it to dig deeper. I think at this point, if he can just find a Genesis wave he wins, it might almost be worth it just to try and brainstorm into Genesis wave. He hasn't seen one yet. I mean,
Jace is good.
so it's interesting. We've been asking questions on SCG Live all day, and some of them have elicited responses here and there. We had talked a lot about Skin Render versus Flame Tongue, Kabu, and a couple things. But while this match was happening, LSV and Patrick Chapin were talking pretty close to us within earshot about if Commander would make a good, about Commander basically. Chapin asked LSV what he thought, and LSV was like, "Oh yeah, it's a great format. Like you have to make some changes, but it's an awesome competitive format, or would be an awesome competitive format." And so I put this up on Twitter, and there have been a number of interesting responses to this already. It's elicited the most response from any other question we've made posed so far. I mean, a lot of people are pretty vehemently against, competitive Commander, and I don't think that's the direction it's going in. After all, I mean, I think it's firmly supposed to be a casual format. All the casual players want it that way, and it probably should stay that way because if competitive players get into it, it'll just get broken and it won't be fun to play anymore. But it's a testament, I think, to its strength that people enjoy it enough they'd be like, yeah, I would be happy playing this as a competitive format. There's so many formats people feel like they're forced to play.
Right.
Still, I think Legacy Singleton could be fun. But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be a format anytime soon, but it's an interesting one to keep in mind. And whenever I play it, not in these gigantic group games, but one-on-one, I always find it very enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm not a big Commander player myself, but I think I do. When I have played it, it's been like a 3-player game, and it's not so bad. I can't, a game that goes super long with, just between turns, it's it just isn't as fun for me, to take my turn and then have to wait 20 minutes to take my next turn,
Sure.
Because there's 8 players and the board state starts to look as complicated as this particular board state. I mean, did you see that shot of Alex Bertoncini with his hand just to his head? He was,
It's been a long and grinding game. It's just back and forth.
Yeah, this is and it's. I'm surprised we haven't seen a Genesis wave yet.
I know. It's hard for Alex because he knows that at any time Guillermo could just draw a Genesis wave and he will immediately lose, or Alex will immediately lose.
Right. It's like, look at the board. There's 4 Colony Gardens. I mean, so many lands in play on
and
Guillermo's
he's got
side.
a Jace going. He's been Halimar Depthing. He's done all of it. Levels up his tree speaker some more.
Triple Stars of Mega Draft right now.
Maybe we'll see that Semblance Anvil enter the battlefield.
At all?
Ladies and gentlemen, the ladies playoff game has begun. At this time, the Green Bay Packers are down 7-0, but are driving into Atlanta Falcons territory. Updates will continue as the game progresses.
We're getting live NFL updates from the judge, from the table up there. I can actually feel a lot more enjoyment listening to what's going on in these other games because they're not my team now that I'm completely down in the dumps after the Ravens lost.
Yeah, who do you want to win this one?
You know what? I think I want the Packers to win. Actually, I'm sure I want the Packers to win. I think they're the 6th. Are they not? Are they the 6th seed at this point? No, wait a minute. What's it called? The Seahawks were the 6th seed, but or no, wait a minute. The Seahawks won the division, so the Seahawks were not the 6th seed. That's so strange to me. The Seahawks are like
embarrassingly won their division.
Somehow won the division. So. Ricky Hayashi laughing at us talking about the Seahawks, but so the Packers are the 6th seed, and I think the Falcons were the 1 seed or the 2 seed. So I tend to like the underdog in games that I don't have a preference for a specific team.
One card, yeah.
basically, I will root for anybody to beat the Steelers. It's like the Steelers are the ultimate enemy for me. So if the Patriots win tomorrow, even though they're my second least favorite team, I want the Patriots to win next week when they play the Steelers.
So that looks like another acidic slime for Guillermo. And once again, if he just finds a Genesis wave here, he's going to brainstorm with Chase. And if he just finds a wave, he's going to take it down. Alex is slowly grinding the game out. He's got 2 Frost Titans locking down 2 of his opponent's Titans. All this stuff is happening, but
this is unbelievable. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Titans on the board right now.
Oh, that's it. That's one. There's one right there.
Was that a Genesis wave?
That is a Genesis wave,
right,
boys and girls.
Let's see.
And he finally found what he was looking for.
He's like, let me slow down a little bit. I mean, God, he took how many? 2, 3 Halimar depths and multiple Jace activations
and there goes the
to
triple
get
forest steps. Bertoncini knows what's coming.
Yeah.
He looks at his hand futilely.
He's like, yeah, I'm tapping everything but 3. You know, screw it. I don't tap at all. No, he leaves open enough for a mana leak. I think Bertoncini only has 1 card in hand anyway.
I guess he doesn't want to deck himself. Well, I think he knows what the last card in Bertoncini's hand is because he's seen all of the draws from Oracle.
That's true, yeah.
But I think he also wants to be careful because he could tap for 6 more here. He just doesn't want to accidentally deck himself. Or,
that's a good
I don't know
point,
how many cards are left in his library, but the game has gone on for a long time. There's a lot of things out there.
Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 cards in his graveyard. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
All right, so he goes to the mana leak.
I believe there's roughly somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 cards left in his library.
That wasn't that big of a Genesis wave. Actually, wasn't that insane at all.
2. Now don't put the Jace in play. 3.
Genesis wave. And some random mana dudes. Now, that's still going to pose a problem for Bertoncini.
The funny thing is, it really isn't as bad of a Genesis wave as it could be. I mean, it put some lands into play, and an acidic slime, and some mana, some mana accelerants that don't really do much when you've got all your lands in play.
Kind of. The problem, though, is that Bertoncini is at 4 life, and those Lotus Cobras are starting to look pretty threatening.
That's true, yeah.
And those 2 Frostings are going to have a rough time getting through those acidic slimes. So that Genesis wave, while obviously far from ideal, was still pretty good.
Probably enough.
Good enough to seal the game. Bertoncini knows better than to concede at this point, but he's definitely behind. I mean, look at how big that board is.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If only he had he could draw maybe running burn spells or something, but he knows there's a Jace on top of his library.
Was that a Jace? Oh no, what was that? What did he just?
Pack that? Yeah.
It looked like Bertoncini picked up a land or something. Oh, he destroyed it with the acidic slime.
Yeah.
That came into play.
Yep. It'll be a rough time.
Wow. There are 12 minutes left in the round for them to try to play.
12 minutes for some first game. If I were Bertoncini here, even though there's a chance you could take the game, it seems so far to me that I would just consider conceding to try and get a second game in. Because the games are not going to go quickly. So he draws Jace, which he can cast.
Yeah, just to kill the other Jace. He's going to send in those Frost Titans for sure.
Pay 2.
And he just has to probably tap down the 2 Titans again, right?
Yeah.
Trade one with Acidic Slime.
Right. So,
jump block the other one.
Yeah, chump with the battlements, which don't do any damage, obviously. Yeah, the Titans are tapped.
Tells him to make sure to keep his Titans tapped.
Right.
I'm surprised he didn't put Acidic Slime in front of him there. I mean, I understand maybe he just wants to try and go for the win.
Yeah, it's almost...
He has Jace in his hand, so he can just cast it, bounce one of the creatures, and no, that's still 1 damage short.
Yeah, he can...
It feels like you just traded with that. You just traded with the Frost Titan there, and then next turn you get one of your Titans untapped.
That's right, 4 to 7.
But apparently that was not the plan he had in mind, so we'll be doing something else. I'll be taking more time off the game clock.
This is So
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance there's a game 2 happening. So, at this point, I mean, it's so.
I mean, you know, by the time they start the game 2, there might be 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
And if they play fast, I mean, the thing is, you don't have to stall. Obviously, stalling is cheating. But if Guillermo decides to just, you know, play at a normal pace, the pace he's been playing all match, there's no way that they're going to finish the second game.
Yeah. So did he?
But Alex chose not to concede. Maybe he still feels like he has outs. I guess, you know, he's got purity.
Did he Jace and bounced his own Frost Titan to replay it and
tap down a Frost Titan?
Frost Titan. That's a decent plan. And another chump blocker.
Comes out. All right, so 1 Frost Titan down, and he's got preordained. The next turn's going to be make or break.
So as the open players, we have 10 minutes remaining in round 7, 10 minutes remaining.
And there's the 10 minutes, and I'm sure now Bertoncini knows, yeah, he's playing fast. He knows now that he has to draw perfectly here. He finds Explorer. Finds Ravine. Avenger of Zendikar. Now there's a card. Now there's a card.
Oh my god.
2 mana? Yeah. You didn't say you were playing.
He's talking about the mana added from the Cobra. Because he played 2 lands.
Oh no.
Yeah, but
Lotus Cobra is a May. Let's find out if Lotus Cobra
Can't play
May.
land on the stack.
Because if it's a miss trigger, then you'll get a warning and the put it back on the stack.
You may.
You may.
So I think he missed them because
He
he was
missed
going
it.
so fast.
Ironically, he was decided to play so fast. I mean, he still cast it.
Right. Would have been nice to, I guess, have some extra mana. I don't know.
But hopefully he's got an Explorer. Hopefully he can find a land, and that's pretty good. those 10 frame tables are going to do their damage.
Yeah, wow.
Gave him a reason to stay in the game, I guess.
I guess that was, you know, why he didn't concede. I mean, because look, I mean, it's a situation where now Guillermo can't really get in. And not that Alex can really get in so much either, but like with all those plants, like you said.
No, I mean, if Alex just finds one or
one
two
land,
lands, that'll be game.
It'll make a difference.
Man, I totally forgot about Avenger of Zendikar.
Yeah, so did I. I forgot about it too. So you know,
it's weird. Just we hadn't seen any of this game. The game's gone long. It feels like this is game 3, and we know all the cards in their decks already. But
yeah, it's like
Avenger is there, and it was a good one to draw. It's what kept Alex Bertoncini in the game. And it was probably a reasonable reason to concede, so I definitely to not concede, so I definitely try.
Okay, I'm going to give you a small play corner now. You need to pick up
I'm going to kill.
Okay.
Now, once again, with the haymakers, now Guillermo's on the back foot.
Wow.
Taking sufficient time.
Taking more than
He's thinking about how he's going to win this game, what he's going to do. And I don't know what I don't think he can attack profitably at this point. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that Frost Titan didn't get in there last turn.
Who, Alex's?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I
I
know
know
he.
he.
Fast, but like, it's been taking a long time on
Maybe
this.
he just didn't want to trade it off
I know
with
it's a
that.
hard thing. I mean, it's
with
not
the
an easy deck to play. I know.
Was the
but
6
I
on
mean, like,
tapped at the?
I don't know, I feel like
what was
it was
tapped and what wasn't, but
it's
he would have had
like
to trade
like
trade
taking
Frost
45
Titans was
minutes.
a possibility.
I mean, I think Alex is probably trying to hasten Guillermo
be taking this long.
because he knows there's not a lot of time left, and that would be bad if he got a 1-game draw. So.
Yeah, it's happened to me before, but it was at an F&M, not an event where I
So
could...
a judge is coming over, and some
Okay.
kind of ruling is going to occur. His opponent has a question of some sort, it sounds like.
Okay.
Let's see if we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah. You have the good ones up. You still can't hear anything.
That was
Yeah, this was it.
Decisions on board that I have to make. And I feel like my
Oh well. Let's try to read some lips.
He's obviously playing.
Or at least try to see what they're talking about. I wonder...
I am going to uphold the warning because I don't have the ability to go back and review.
Sounds like he's issuing a warning.
It's a judgment call.
You do.
Well,
What's that?
I can talk to them. I'm not going to
Look,
go
he's
back and
issuing
watch
a
the
warning,
tape.
and
It's not
Bertoncini...
football.
So I'm going to uphold it, and I'm going to go chat with the coverage guys, get some input from them.
Miss Trigger.
But it is a judgment call.
Oh, okay.
and
Miss
he's
Trigger on
asking
an
you
acidic
to
slime.
play more quickly than
When did that
us.
happen?
Game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been saying,
been
Right,
playing
of
this
course,
game now for over.
That's
40
huge.
minutes.
That is
If you can find out-
yes, he does have some hard interaction with the deck, and he has been, making some
That's
plays,
just
but
like
there's some
you
plays
can't
that are
cast that
unreasonable. Like
advantage.
he's been tapping
Oh
his ass
wow!
and coming cards from him
So
multiple
he,
times
so
straight.
he.
I
I
mean,
thought
I-
I saw the acidic slime hit.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop
a land.
recording.
I thought I
I'm
saw-
gonna give you
Because
guys
remember, I
a couple
said,
extra
what did he
cards
just
for
pick up
the
that land for? Oh, it was because of the acidic
I guess
slime.
he tack
I'm
edged
gonna
that
check in
region.
with them and I'll
Maybe
keep
that's
an
what
eye
you thought
on
it was.
over there. Okay.
Yeah, that's possible too. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. This is
Wow, that's actually really rough because that lens dead. He couldn't have played that Avenger Zendikar.
well, he couldn't if he played fast in the way
Yeah,
because
I
he
mean,
could
I
have.
mean, also if you just played correctly.
Yeah.
This is game one. So,
It is.
Brian Cooper's joining us in the booth. This is game one of.
Okay, we got the judge over here. So.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
it was a
play.
slow play warning. Okay.
Okay. All right, that's fair. So yeah, it was a slow play warning, not an acidic
Not a
slime trigger as we had
mistrigger.
originally thought. So for those of you just joining us, this is still game one. There are 5 minutes left in the round. The board is complex. Genesis Wave has resolved on Guillermo. Mercado signed. Alex Bertoncini ripped
Avenger of Zendikar.
Ripped Avenger of Zendikar to put a bunch of plant tokens on the battlefield. There have been multiple Titans thrown around this game. They've traded back and forth. They've been locked down from Jace battles. This has been an insane game. Well played Magic. At one point, we were pretty certain that maybe Bertoncini should concede in terms of getting it out.
Yeah.
He ripped into Avenger of Zendikar off of preordained perfectly, and now
He had the exact amount of mana to cast the Avenger because he wasn't
yeah,
trigger the Lotus Cobra, since it's a May trigger. He was putting lands into play and not resolving the May. He's not doing anything, not adding mana with his Lotus Cobra. So he barely had enough to.
He just forgot.
He just wasn't paying attention. He was playing
There's
so
so little
fast.
time around. It felt like he was going to be like, all right, well, let's see what there is. All right, I'll concede. Except he went preordained. I'll see what there is. Put 2 cards on the bottom, and there was Avenger of Zendikar.
To Maine, who returned 102 yards for a touchdown. Score is now Atlanta Falcons 14, Green Bay Packers 7.
Not end the game as the case may be.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like it was going to be demolished, but
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I mean, for you, those of you just joining us out there, like I said, this is still game one of this match. Star City Games Open Player of the Year and Champion Alex Bertoncini on the left, Guillermo Mercado on the right, playing Genesis Wave. Bertoncini, of course, playing his red, blue, green standard.
Yeah.
Joined with Joey Pasco and Brian Kibler just entered the booth. Did you win this round, Brian?
I did. I know 6 and 1.
Fantastic.
Wow, great work.
Yeah.
6, right?
Can't wait to cover some of your matches
I hope to,
soon.
to
Yeah.
have you cover some.
Yeah.
This one's the tap.
I'm excited to watch you play Call Go. I had a really good time watching the videos that you did. So.
I like making them. Definitely looking forward to making more videos on YouTube.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen those yet, just like all the videos on stream lately have been awesome. Like Michael Jacobs, Brian Kibler, Mike Flores.
Like 4, right?
You can have awesome things on video. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, this is
Did
nuts.
he have a land after the? Oh,
No, he did
No.
not have a land after the
Avenger. Avenger.
The card on top is Raging Ravine.
Yes.
Yes, apparently. He missed his. If he hadn't missed his Lotus Cobra triggers, he would have been able to do it. Oh, and he's got double lands. Jeez.
And number 1.
Wow. So he's
Silver Lightning Bolt.
is he paying attention to the triggers for the? Is that a May trigger?
I'll think that is the time.
Man, red.
I mean,
Oh,
he's got
great.
his board in his hand. So
So-
he plays that.
yeah.
Go over his next card. Lightning Bolt. He can explore. Dig to the bolt. Maybe find another land. He doesn't.
Yeah, it's a May trigger for the plant tokens to get those +1/+1. So hopefully he was paying attention to
Checking
it.
here.
A 6, yeah.
Tap.
It sure looks like it.
There's a lot of tokens.
Tap a Frost type and pay the 2 mana.
They're at least 2 power, yeah, because the Halimar Depths and the Raging Ravine came into play.
He's not paying for that much. Yeah, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. I guess he's get through with 2 plants. It looks like this is really nice.
It's 3 plants right there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a bolt.
oh, he's got a bolt. Yeah, yeah. It looks like that's game.
1, 2, 3.
Just
Wow.
barely enough.
This is.
Bertoncini pulls it from the clutches.
Oh
of
my
the
gosh!
team.
With 1 minute and 11 seconds on the clock.
That's game 1-0. It's going to be a 1-0 victory.
1-0. Wow.
No, I just put at the end of that. That ending of the game was great. Look at Alex's life too. He's at one.
He's at one life.
The match is crazy. It looked so many times like they're on the back. Then
Well, that was a game for the century.
Could not find a Genesis wave to save his life. He did probably 35 cards to his library before he found his first one. Just back and forth.
47 cents.
Like Guillermo delivered 3 Titans, and Alex was like Frost Titan, and it was a crazy game. Primeval Titan's trigger resolved 4 or 5 times. Like, totally absurd. That is some good Magic, and they're going to sideboard here, but it's not going to be relevant.
Did they have extra time? Did they have extra time?
Oh, did they get
that rule?
Yeah, there's no way it's going to matter.
Okay, yes. It looks like that's just going to be the match.
I know, we have a 3-minute time extension also.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, they're not de-sideboarding. There was no sideboarding in the first place.
Yeah, you're right. They actually is sideboarding. They're just putting their decks back in their boxes. That's a better explanation.
I mean, I think they're trying to sideboard, but I don't think it's going to be relevant.
Oh, he's actually shuffling.
Yeah.
I mean, and
that's time in the round.
It is time. After players finish your turn, take 5 additional turns.
Kill him by turn 3.
If you need assistance, please call
Seems unlikely. It is not sudden death, so the turn 3 kill.
So what's that?
Well, we're getting conflicting reports.
Yeah, we are.
They apparently have 3 extra minutes.
3 minutes. So 3 minutes
I
for
cannot envision this game ending.
There's no way. I mean, if there's no incentive for either of them to like place or for Alex to place perfect here. I mean, not that he'd be stalling, but he doesn't have to like go to letting you pace either.
That's an interesting point. I like that definitely came up with the whole cycle situation. It's like, when you're in a position where like only you are advantaged by time running out, like what's really expected.
Right.
And that's actually something that I've actually brought up that I feel is a weakness of mine, is that I don't play particularly well under time pressure. I feel like I have an obligation to finish the match, and I don't slow down and think enough when I should. There's a number of times when I've made crucial mistakes because we're playing against the clock. When I would either win or at worst draw some of these games.
Then there's 5.
If I take 7 initial. Right. So that's definitely what I consider a weakness of mine.
I mean, a draw worth 1 point, loss worth 0 points. So if you have to take your time, go for it. But it is hard to do because you're there and the pressure's on you. You feel like you need to finish the match.
Yeah. We just heard from the head judge that they do in fact have a time section as they see beginning the game right now. So I would be shocked if this game actually
although
they are both playing quite quickly. To Alex's credit, he's certainly playing at a very busy pace.
Yeah, I mean that'd be the perfect thing to end this match, right? Is if Guillermo wins the match in 3 minutes. Like,
wins the match in 3 minutes.
Or wins the that would be really good.
I would be super impressed.
Mercado
if
wins
he
the
wins
match.
the game in 3 minutes, like that'd be the top of the match. You have 50-minute game 1, and then a 2-minute game 2.
Draw. Yeah.
Essentially, that's a good game. I mean, they are playing pretty fast and briskly, but there doesn't seem to be action for either players at this point. I mean,
I can't really.
And honestly, I would say that Alex is more favored here.
Yeah,
in his board position than Guillermo is, although it's hard to tell.
I mean, Guillermo really needs to get fast acceleration in order to really get much going.
I mean, Alex
just time to win a game.
Right.
It's possible he could like resolve and Jason, but like that's not
right.
It's not
right.
Like Jason out in 2 minutes.
There's the Jace.
Oh man. And I mean, Alex bolted that Lotus Cobra, which is
Extra turn
so
number 1 for this little play.
Yeah, I mean, the Genesis Wave deck relies incredibly heavily on acceleration, and it definitely has much more vulnerable acceleration.
Basically, he's extra turn 1, your extra turn 2.
I know, but is this turn 0 currently?
Valak is the deck.
He had his lands on top when you said that.
No.
Turn 1.
This is turn 1.
To actually do it.
right. Exactly. Like over here, they've got like Lotus Cobra or whatever. And you're like, okay, bolt your Cobra. Now I just set you back 2 turns, and that's huge.
Land 1.
Oracle.
Oh man. Maybe Alex will just win the match in 2 minutes, or get game 2. Right? I don't know. I mean, he's playing briskly, but I don't think it's gonna be enough for.
They're in extra turns, and they have 6 extra turns. Why is that?
So
because of the slow play
extra
warnings
turns right now. Apparently, extra turns just occurred. And what's worth noting is because of the slow play warning, one of the new rulings that's come up in the last couple of years is extra turns are added on to the end of the match. Yeah, so there's because
So explores on the
giving
side.
extra time isn't always enough. They want to counteract their slow play.
I'll
So there
wait.
will be 6 extra turns for this match, which is kind of interesting.
It looks like Heroes consulting with the judge.
Huh, mysterious.
Which was the player
Rolling around, lost in game 1. In a real match.
I was
He
wondering
played
about
fast.
that too. Did they both receive warning?
Before, that was game 1, yeah.
Just Guillermo?
This is game 2.
Yeah, that's what I
For an
thought
extra
too. It
turn
looked like
number 1 of
Guillermo
7.
was the one who received the warning.
They have
They have 7
okay.
extra turns.
I was going to say, I
Yeah,
thought you
3
added
extra
2 on
minutes
the end,
and
so
7
just adding
turns
one
instead of
would be
5
kinda
additional turns.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's all on camera, so we see who was playing slow and who was playing
It
fast.
doesn't
Don't
happen
worry.
that often,
It's all for everyone to see.
but it does. So I don't know where Guillermo is. He's talking to the head judge right now, or floor judge.
You're okay?
Yeah, it's mysterious. Sorry, well he's
draw
back.
which floor?
Whatever happened.
Revealed. I'll play the
Now that
land
Oracle
feature.
Buy is active.
Indeed. So I played 1, 2, 3 lands this turn.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 lands. Your turn.
And just waiting how he cast it. Now it's back to Guillermo. And it's interesting that even though they're in extra turns, they're still keeping their fast pace on the floor. And it's kind of a funny mental thing that happens because you really mirror whatever your opponent's doing. And if you start playing fast, your opponent will start playing fast. And same for slow. And you can actually trick a lot of people that way. Like if you start playing really fast, a lot of the really good players will play at an extra fast pace, just so that you get lulled into playing into that pace too, and then you start messing up.
Yeah, correct. He's turn 2 right now, out of 7.
Yeah, he's really like. I mean, I guess they're not worried about time.
I mean, they're not worried about time anymore. He's obviously trying to go for something, but it's unclear. I don't think it's a ruling,
Slime.
or an actual game rule. So I think it would have to be something else.
Spanish.
Acidic Slime comes down and destroys a copy of Raging Ravine, but Alex does have another
I don't
one.
know, raging means
Alex,
furious.
With the Oracle
Eight
just
lands.
yeah,
Spanish?
Alex just
Me too.
throwing lands onto the battlefield. It's gonna tap 6
Here
for
comes
Frost Titan.
Titan.
Tap your Acidic. Oh, you keep your.
No, you don't need to have the slime, so she goes for the island. Might even just serve with Oracle here. Yep.
Yeah.
Oracle.
So, you want to trade?
With the face on, he's like,
Yeah, you're
yeah, want to trade?
Right.
Like, I'll offer you this. You're not going to win.
Get you.
4.
I'm just gonna sit back, wait till time goes. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. I mean, it's an obligation to finish the match, right? Like, gotta win. So, doesn't do anything. Pass it back.
Bolt on top.
Lightning bolt sitting on top.
Avoid getting a game loss.
Yeah, he just has to. He actually, like, playing fast is probably the worst thing. He could like draw an extra card or something.
Yeah.
Like,
So it looks like a Jace coming down, or no? I think he has a Jace in your hand.
don't draw an extra card.
So I play this turn.
Oh, he cracks the Scalding. He plays and cracks the Scalding.
Still playing super fast. Plays and cracks that skull. And he's no doubt going to serve with that Frost Titan.
Yeah.
Nope, another slow on top. Put it on the battlefield. Flip over. Mr. Rain.
Land 2.
Didn't he already play a land this turn?
Yeah. How many
That's number
lands
3. That is land number 3.
of playing too fast? No, that Scalding Tarn was on top.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So
it
that
on
was
top.
Tarn Rainforest. He played 3 lands. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played 3 lands too.
I wasn't watching the other enough to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to matter. I'm sure it's just because of an air for playing fast, but yeah, that was definitely 3 lands.
16.
Yeah. Well, they're surrounded by judges right now.
Yeah. So if none of them noticed,
I mean, maybe we're just crazy.
Yeah, it could be us. We could be
I saw
wrong.
him sack the Scalding Tarn that I thought was the Scalding Tarn.
Yeah.
When he had a lightning bolt on top of himself. It looked like he drew the Scalding Tarn that wasn't on top of himself.
But no, he drew it and played it from his hand.
yeah, maybe we're wrong. We could be wrong.
It's possible. I mean, he's surrounded by judges right now.
I was not.
Sometimes the refs make a bad call, miss a call. You know, he's got it's part of the game.
Seems unlikely to matter. What just happened?
He just fate sealed him for some reason. The judge decided to fate seal. Guillermo.
Sloppy, especially.
He asked him to shuffle.
Did he have?
Oh, instant randomization or something like that. Yeah, who knows? It seems unlikely to be relevant at this point. I don't know what turn they're on, but there's no way Guillermo's going to win this game. In fact, he's very likely to lose this game.
Yeah, he's possibly going to lose 2-0. You know.
He's dead in a turn.
Did he kept the acidic slime tapped that turn?
The Green Bay Packers
Trent
And
7,
the
right?
length of the field for the tying touchdown. It is now 14-14.
All right.
With 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Guillermo offers the hand real fast.
Yeah.
And that's the match. Do you want to talk to other players, or they probably need to get ready for the
No,
match?
you give them.
We already were in extra time. So
Yeah, I'm positive they were the last match. Right? Like, there's no way.
So Brian, do you